2 weeks ago, I submitted my resignation from my corporate job. I was making $90,000 a year. I was a talent acquisition manager working for a company owned by a PE firm. I was in line for a promotion for a director level position with a $50,000 pay increase, and I resigned. Hi, my name is Katie. I spent over a decade climbing the HR corporate ladder. On paper, I was winning. In reality, I was waking up at 2 a.m. every day in a panic, not able to go back to sleep for hours. I had my annual physical this year and my cholesterol has skyrocketed and my resting glucose is high. Couldn't tell you the last time I worked out. I have no energy to do anything. I turned 36 this month and I finally realized there is no corporate job or title that is worth my health. So I resigned without any backup plan other than creating content. I do have an emergency fund of $60,000. That's what gave me the safety net to quit this job. And my husband, Jake, does have a full-time job to cover our basic needs. My cost of living is very low because I pet sit full-time, so I don't have a cost of living. This is not going to be a aesthetically curated TikTok account. So if that is what you were looking for, this is not the place for you. I'm an average 36-year-old trying to build a community and build a business that helps me and others like me along the way. But we're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about food because I've got to change my diet. I've got to get my cholesterol lower. I have got to start exercising and lifting heavy weights to get ready for perimenopause. You're currently sitting at your desk at a job that you hate, wondering if there's another way to survive. Follow along. Let's figure this out together and see what happens next.
I just quit. I quit my job today. I quit. And I walked out and I have no idea what I'm going to do. I have no backup plan. I have no job. I have nothing. But my mental health was so bad and so wrecked that I could not physically go on. And the weirdest things I've been happening the last few months, because it's been a stressful few months, I started literally losing my hair. I had to get on medicine for it. And I think I have shingles. Got something going on my shoulder that's just like a little rash with some blisters that hurts like hell. But I think it's all connected to just being mentally beat down to the point where I cannot physically do it. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I just have to hope that the universe has got my back. I hope the universe has got my back because I have no backup plan. I have no savings. I have a little savings, but not much. I was making $22 an hour. So by the time I paid all my bills, I really had no, savings left. I've got to figure something out. But I couldn't do it anymore. I could not do it anymore. I was done. So, any ideas?
We're not settling for jobs no more in 2026. Absolutely the hell not. Quitting my toxic 9-to-5 was the best thing I could have done for myself. Did I have another job lined up? No. Did I know my next move? No. I literally left with no backup plan and I had no idea what I was going to do next. A lot of y'all are probably like, why would you do that? You should always have a job lined up. Or you might be thinking you should have let them fire you instead of you walking away. Baby. Let me just tell you something right now. I could have done everything that you guys are thinking. However, the fact that it affected my health physically, let's start with that. I got into not only a car accident trying to get to work on time, but I had a work-related injury, which is low-key their fault. Even For the first time in my entire working history, where I had to ask my doctor to place me on a medical leave because my mental health was deteriorating. That's a word. My mental health was going down. My anxiety was going up. I did quit, and I quit effective immediately. No 2-week notice allowed, because if they wanted to let me go, they would not give me a 2 weeks at all. They would have let me go right then, right there. I did what was best for me. I honestly couldn't be happier that I can wake up and I know I don't have to deal with that toxicity no more. I feel so much lighter, like a weight has been lifted off my shoulder by leaving that job. I am done. I'm definitely should not be at a job where I'm stressed out, burnt out. They're nitpicking about being 2 minutes late, calling it a tardy. However, I cannot get out on time. Not worth it. The banking industry is no joke. Like, you really got to have tough skin working there. And the last one, yeah, no, not worth it. My pay was the highest pay ever. And I told myself, I got to walk away. I got to go. With that all said and done, if you are in the same position as me where you're like, I cannot take this job anymore, it's affecting my mental health, it's affecting me physically, do everything you got to do first. If you got to take that medical leave, do so. If you got to take FMLA, please.